I've said,
Yeah.
I said it
Hey,
what?
hey, hey. Welcome to another episode of Go Post, and I'm joined by Chelsea's finest. Sile and Shanganiso. Guys, this is no banter. Please, 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 please. I have no right to say anything to you, to your team. I respect your team. I've been telling you, Sile, that dog, your team is levels as compared to mine. So this is no banter, ne? Please don't think it's banter, Mike. Last episode, Mike, you were coming at us, telling us about the 5-0, reminding us about the 5-0 of Liverpool. So like peace, never chance. That's all I can say. Dog. Please.
Okay, you're wanting us to catch a hiding his or no?
No, no, bro. For me, I'm a neutral. Mike, the thing is that Liverpool are my rival fans, not Chelsea, dog. So man, I'd rather see a team that pipe me 5-0 lose, but a draw for me. Hey, it was a pretty fair result though, Mike. What do you think?
Look, man, I'm happy that they came back.
Yeah.
Initially when we were 2 down, I was like, hey, here we go again.
Hey.
But I guess like they showed some sort of fight in them. So yeah, it was 2-2. I think Tuchel kind of messed up with the substitutions at the end. Mount should have came out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um, like I was right in fact. Like I remember having this conversation with you guys a month ago
Yeah.
about the problems in the team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And and I think once again it's a big game. Mount in fact Mount was missing in fact.
Yeah.
He was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then like you
I lost you there. I lost you just for a second. And I'm not surprised. As I come back, Mike is talking about his son, the prodigal son, Mason Mount.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, Mike, did you want to
hmm?
add, bro? Because it sounded like you wanted to continue, bro. You wanted to like
Oh
turn this
no, dude.
move.
I think is how do you
Yeah,
justify putting Pulisic in right wing back in fact? He just scored
yeah,
a goal. Keep him up front, Vitu. Mount is supposed to go shy bench, Vitu. And I also say that yes, if Havertz was tired, put on
yeah,
those Harvey Vale guys, Joe. I mean, Harvey Vale when we played against Bournemouth, he had a decent game.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Um, nah, that the substitutions were off. For me, it's dude, the substitutions nah.
No,
You
no,
know,
no.
I think if you put in Callum up front, Joe. Callum has no experience of playing up front. Look, I thought maybe he was going to put Callum at least right wing back and keep Pulisic
Yeah,
up top.
yeah.
Like yeah, I'm happy we got the 2-2 in Petu, but I think we could have after we leveled with Liverpool, we could have actually gone on to win the game if it
Nah,
wasn't for Tuchel's substitution.
Yeah,
the
see,
the 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 2-2 wasn't enough. I'm glad we got the 2-2 because we couldn't afford the L. But I think I don't know if while I was disconnected, you guys addressed the elephant in the room, which is Big Rom.
yeah.
Because
We
I think
haven't.
I don't know if you want to start there, because for me that's the most irritating part of it. My view is I'm with the manager on this. Uh, Rom is 27. They've just bought him for 97 odd million, and he should know by now the dangers of interviews that could be lost in translation. Because one, the interview with Sky Italy, it wasn't the team didn't know about it. So first and foremost, the team is on the back foot. Whatever you say, whether it is misunderstood, whether it's not misunderstood. So that in itself, that puts you in an awkward position. Two, this interview was 3 weeks ago. And Sky Italy hold on to the interview for 3 whole weeks, and they drop it prior to the January transfer window opening. For Lukaku to be played like that, that in itself shows that Ole was right to get rid of him when he did, because that shows that yeah, he was the problem. Ole wasn't the problem. Ole stood by for the team, of which I don't blame. And the other thing that's honestly irritating is why get roped in by Sky Italy wanting to explain a relationship with a team that you've left and you've signed for another team for quite a few years. And he says he wants to go there when he's on his prime. What does that even mean? He's 27. When is his prime going to be? He's signed what, a 4-year contract or a 3-year contract? So in him saying that he at some point he'd like to go back to Inter, yada yada, he's speaking to the gallery. He's making himself the the good guy in all of this. That, you know what, I didn't want to leave, yada yada. And what he's doing is he's creating noise for his current team that the team does not require. Because look where we are now. Man City is ahead with what, 11 points. I don't see the current Man City losing 4 games. I don't. I'm sorry. I think it's done. Liverpool, they're going to lose their top player in Salah for Africa. Even if they lose him for
And
like what, 4 or 5 games, that in itself, they're going to struggle. So honestly, I'm very disappointed in Big Rom. I just wanted to get that out of the before we get started with the game yesterday.
yeah. Ah, no. I heard you loud and clear, man. Like that was very deep, Sisha, dog.
No, he irritated me. And remember when he came in, X, you were saying that no, we shouldn't have bought him for that amount. And I
Mhm.
was actually quite happy for him. I wanted him to shine because it would have been, he comes back and he shines
Yeah.
because his first stint wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So it would have been redemption for the kid. But he goes and he
Ish.
really disappointed me when we needed him the most.
Yes.
But
But
anyway,
No,
did you think?
you
Okay, I
know what
wanted
I
to ask
think,
a
right?
question. Oh, okay. Can I
Sorry.
just ask a question? Do you think if Lukaku was available yesterday, the result would have been different?
absolutely. If we punished him and had him on the bench, um, if we punished him and I see Mike is
Yeah.
disagreeing with me.
Go,
Mike, you
go,
said it
Sisha,
yourself.
dog.
Hudson came in the second half and he was asked to play a number 9 and he was asked to be a striker. He doesn't have the temperament of being a striker. So could you imagine 15 minutes left in the game and you bring on Lukaku instead of Hudson? That would have made a difference.
Sisha, look, I understand where you're trying to get with this, ne? But my point, have you ever seen Lukaku score in the big games? Kalara. So, BMT ayikho. There's no BMT whatsoever. Like, yes, he's playing this in these small teams. That was expected, Joe. But against big teams, Joe, you would have went missing. It's the exact same as Mason Mount, missing. You know, before we even bought him at the start of the season, I wasn't impressed with the purchase, and rightly so. I've been justified. I was telling people, I remember even one of my boys, I was like, Anton, I wasted money buying this guy. He was like, no, he's a pro Lukaku. Until I think it was Massimo Allegri's interview where he was like, listen, Chelsea play better with Lukaku. That's when people started opening their eyes. And I've been saying this for how many months now? And
I'd,
if he
I'd,
was
I'd, I'd
there,
agree. I'd
I
agree
agree
with
to
you,
it.
Mike. I recall you saying that it's not
Yeah.
wasted money, but it's a player that we could have done without.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, if now we come back and we look at it, and
Mm.
dude, the way our system is structured, ne, Lukaku
Yeah.
doesn't suit it. And unless we go change the system and we start playing a four at the back and have like a supporting striker next to him, you know. but he doesn't necessarily suit our system. And I think it's also part of whoever decided on the purchase is at fault. If it's Tuchel now, is at fault. How can you buy a player that doesn't suit your system, or you're not gonna develop a system around him as your talisman? You know, I get where Lukaku also from his point of frustration would listen. You're not playing me, you're not utilizing me to in the best formation possible. You know, I think we also would have go complained if it. Imagine now, Squeezy, you what's this remuneration specialist in Fitch, and then now they go put you in HR. You know what I
So
mean? You
so
are
so
gonna
so
complain.
yeah. So
Yeah.
no. So I don't mind him
So I think
complaining, but I think
no,
he
but I'm
doesn't have
thinking
the
that's
respect. Why go on an unwarranted interview and not respect your team? If you want to complain that, hey, coach, you're not playing me, the system doesn't suit me. Who do you speak with? The coach. You don't
but who
speak
said he has?
to Sky Italy. Tuchel said. He said
But
they caught
he
him by
most likely would have
surprise.
had that discussion with the coach. He would have had that discussion with the coach. Which listen, look, dude, the system we're playing fit it doesn't suit me. Exact same way, even with Ziyech, the system we play doesn't necessarily suit him. You know, and I think that's why you probably never even saw Ziyech come in yesterday because he was also probably in support of Lukaku. You know, um, look, I mean, at the end of the day, Mfetu, I think when you buy a 90 million rand player, Mfetu, you basically formulate a team around him. We spent 100 million, almost 100 million on him, in which Tuchel was the one that wanted him. We could have just taken, developed the youngster, kept on, and just obviously bring in some youth. Youth doesn't complain. Keep Kai up top, and then you see where things go from there. I mean, look at even an Arsenal situation. Arsenal started off bad in fit, but now you can actually start seeing if you watch the Man City versus
Yeah.
Arsenal the other day in fit, you can see the youth is starting to come through in fit.
And I think at
You
some
know what
point
I
they're going to
mean?
fall
And
short. They are games, the big games, they struggle. They always, they're this close, but they always fall short.
yeah, but I mean, you got to give that room for improvement, dude. As like, for example, Abo Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, they're better players this season than what they were last season. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But
And
then,
if they can keep them on next season, Fetu, the potentially could be more of a complete team. You know,
I
and I
hear
think
you.
it's
But here's my question on Arsenal and the project that Arteta has got going on. Do you see them making top four this season?
I think I did say at the beginning of the season where I was gonna and with my one of my friends and I was like, listen, if I was a betting man, I'll put Arsenal in the top four position. If you
I
watch
don't
the
see
Man
them.
City game,
I think Spurs is
if
going
you watch the
to
Man
be
City game,
mm,
did you watch them?
first
If you
half.
watch
Yes.
the Man City game, they
Yo.
outplayed Man City,
Yeah.
even
They
with 10
did.
men,
Yeah.
even with 10 men. And you look at it and you're like, yes, man, these guys are not actually bad, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had 11 on the field, they probably would have probably won the game. And if it wasn't for about Granit Xhaka's stupid foul, you know what I mean? Arsenal just needs to get rid of one or two liabilities, in fact. People
But
that
here,
like BMT in big games.
here's the thing. The thing with young players, they can only go up to a certain level prior to them exploding to the next level. Where now you don't have these such mistakes where you give the opponent because they were on the up. Arsenal were on the up. But then they go right ahead and they give the impetus to the opponent by conceding a stupid, well, in my view, it was an uncalled for red card because literally it was at the center of the field. There was no need for Gabriel to make that foul after getting a yellow himself. He
But
didn't need to
Gabriel is
do
a
that.
senior player, isn't he?
But
Granit Xhaka is also a senior player, isn't
Yeah. No. Xhaka is.
he? You know what I mean? And if we're going to go back to Chelsea, exact same thing. It's like, dude, Mason Mount, he was MIA, missing in action. Nay,
Now
why not try? Why
he had
not
a
try? Why
horrible
not
game.
try that Harvey Valve fit and you just put in the Enzani too? I mean, I watched the game against Brentford in the Carling Cup. The guy played pretty well. Give him a chance. If it's Mason Mount missing, you take out your most. Yes, Pulisic if it's yes, I was upset with him when he first missed a chance, Joe. But you should have just kept him up front, right? Why would you take somebody that just scored a goal and put him right wing back
Yeah, I don't know. That
and
was
keep somebody
questionable.
that's
I don't know whether
ineffective
he was
for
trying
90
something
minutes?
different, but that was questionable.
You know, and then you've got Callum. We all know what Callum plays best of better from the left, in fact. You know, but yes, you can also put him right wing back. But I mean, I think it's sometimes now too for you overthink certain things. Just put people in their preferred positions and let them gain confidence in it. And then always relying on Mason Mount, who I think also Mason Mount's big games he goes missing, you know, and but hey,
Maybe with time. But anyway, do you want to speak on the red card? The 15-second red card.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I think I only got to watch the game after like I think the 10 minutes.
Oh, you
Eh,
talking about money?
yeah.
Yeah,
But the thing is, Sihle, bro, Mane wasn't looking at who's this guy. Who did he elbow there, bro? I forgot.
that's
It's
Piliqueta.
The
Piliqueta, nah?
Espelicueta, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Aspilicueta, bro. But I feel like because there was no contact. I know Mane has a bad reputation when it comes to these things. Hey, that guy has a lot of red cards in his career, man. Remember Okonko who used to play for Pirates?
Yeah.
Like those,
It's typical of
yeah.
okay.
That guy who used to punch guys. That thing was just punch it dude.
So
But money,
yeah,
yeah, money has a lot of them. But for me, I feel like it's yellow, bro. It's
nah.
yellow.
Here's my view. I hate early red cards in a match because it just ruins the whole spectacle. But I also struggle with the fact that had that been a tackle in the 50th minute, the ref would have given a red because literally there was dangerous play. Had he sent it upstairs for a VAR review, there was dangerous play. An elbow can do damage. An elbow can break a nose. I feel there was a red card, and that could have been a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Seriously, on that note, didn't you, Mason Mount could have also gotten a red card. There was an incident in the middle of the field
No, he
that
was
I
pulling
think
his leg there. Yeah, it
no, he
was.
kicked
I
out,
remember
bro.
that
The guy
tackle.
kicked out. Mason Mount kicked out at the
Yeah, he
player,
kicked
dude.
out there.
He
Yeah,
kicked out.
he did.
For
He
Yes,
kicked
he did.
out. If you're gonna be thinking, Mason Mount. Literally, when I saw
yo,
that incident,
Mike and
I went
Mason
down on my
Mount.
knees and I started praying with it. God, please don't give this. Let them not give this man a red card. Because if they had to look
Yeah,
in detail, it was a red. Mason Mount would have been off also.
No, they did. They did send it upstairs. It was reviewed by VAR.
yeah, it was. And well,
Yeah,
Mm.
but you know, it wasn't necessarily. If it was another team, another game, Mason Mount would have probably walked off. If somebody else, another player did what Mason Mount did, they
yeah.
probably would have walked off.
Are you saying the same thing that happened to Kane the other time, where the ref went and said Kane is not that type of player, so that's why he got away with the red? Do you remember the tackle? I can't remember which game it was. Actually, it was
Yeah,
against Liverpool. It was against Liverpool.
I bet they favor the English players. Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's true, bro. Like, look at Harry Kane, dog, against Liverpool. I think it was
Yeah,
last week.
it's that
That was a
tackle.
red card, my G.
Mm.
And you make a valid point there when you say English players, bro, because there's a trend here. And VAR of late, bro, has been so inconsistent, bro. Like, and it's really costing teams. Like, I think even with Edison, I'm not sure if you guys watched the City game where Edison, I don't
That was a
know who
pen.
he
That
fouled.
was a
You
pen.
see,
It was
that was a
Smith
straight
Rowe.
pin, my G.
Yeah,
My G,
that was
that was a
Smith Rowe. That
That
straight
was
was
a
a
straight
pen.
pin.
pen. Yeah.
That one was a pin, and they didn't give it as a pin. So for me, that upsetted me. Like, it really, like, I was like, and it's only in England, bro. Because when you watch Champions League, dog, and other leagues, your La Liga and Serie A, they use it very well in those leagues. But here in England,
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I think what's happened is when VAR was introduced in the EPL, it was
Yeah,
terrible. It was terrible. And then after
yeah,
that, they improved gradually. Where yeah, it got better. But like I think they're going backwards now.
that's
They
bad,
are
bro.
honestly going backwards.
Bad.
I was chatting with a friend of mine who's a huge rugby fan. He's asking like, but the technology exists where the ref, whenever the ref is making a decision, he can go right ahead and everybody can hear what the decision is. So that takes
Yeah,
away the whole thinking of arguing with the ref. What was the ref thinking? And I
yeah,
thought about it and I was like, um, why don't we do like in rugby where the
yeah.
refs call we can hear, so we stop
Mm.
arguing.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. Like that would make a world of difference, bro. But you know how they cuss in soccer. In rugby is very respectful. Like if the captain is the only player who can actually speak to the ref, dog. You know, whereas in football, a foul, like for instance, that penalty that wasn't given, bro. Arsenal fans, you know how they cuss these guys, bro. Like it's
But I think
getting,
also then it will have a fine line because even in football, the captain is the one who's supposed to address the ref.
yeah,
But now what's happening is that you find these flexible refs that allow these players to shout at them, and nothing happens. And then the day that the ref decides to stand up and give the yellow, everyone gets angry that hey, why is the ref giving a yellow? Meanwhile, it's something that we've always done.
yeah. I know, bro. Hey, don't you think refs also need to get like, you know, fines now but for costing
Yeah, fine. Yeah, yeah.
teams, man? Because
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah,
yeah, I think besides the red card
yeah,
and from my side, it was a beautiful game to watch, especially the
yeah,
first. I think the first like 60 minutes. That
yeah,
was proper football where you couldn't take your eyes off it. And it was two teams that showed that they were desperate for the win. And I think Man City's Pep, they were sitting there and they knew that not both teams can win. So I think I think it's over. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with me. Unless COVID hits that City squad,
Yeah.
yeah,
um, I think
There's a
I
chance,
pay
dude.
child in
If we
it.
can beat them next week, when's the next
yeah,
game? Yeah, next
yeah.
week
It is.
Saturday.
Yeah, next
If we
week
can
Saturday.
beat them next week
And they still have to
Saturday,
play Liverpool also.
Yeah,
yeah, then that means we've gained 6 points
6 points,
essentially.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but we're still
and then
short of
from that,
5.
no, dude, I think they are gonna drop points. It's just we need to now get to a point where we do not drop points. I mean, Liverpool versus Man City, that's potential. Man United usually has Man City's number. You know,
well,
But
you're putting
now
us there, dog. You're putting us there, dog.
even I think I think
don't give these teams an assignment that they will fail.
no, no, no.
Gave
Even I
Arsenal an
mean, I think
assignment over the weekend.
I rate Tottenham can do a job.
Yeah, Tottenham
Yeah,
can.
Tottenham knows how to beat
Tottenham
them.
can do a job. Man U can do a job. Liverpool can do a job. We just need to, in order for us, basically next week, if we fail to win, then yeah, it's over for
Yeah,
us. If it's over,
you're
you know. But if
14.
we do get it, then it's obviously I think they're on 53.
Yeah,
Oh, they're on 53, and we are now 43. I think it's 10
yeah.
points.
No, no, it's 10 points. Is Liverpool isn't Liverpool ahead of you guys by a point?
No, no, no.
No, no, we are ahead.
We ahead of Liverpool, but
No, no,
Liverpool's got a game in hand.
they are ahead. They are ahead by
Oh,
11 points. And we are ahead of Liverpool by a point.
oh, wow.
So I think now it's an instance if we can get next week's game, if we can beat Man City next week,
No, it's that other
then
week.
yeah, no, it's next week. It's not this week. It's on the 15th. The 15th is next week, Saturday.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, already in 2022. Yes, it is.
yeah, yeah.
So
Crazy,
so I mean, if we
crazy.
can beat them next week, then it's yeah, we cut it down to 7 points. And then
Yeah.
from there, I think we just probably need. Let me just check the fixture list for.
I can
I
tell
think
you
they've got
now.
some Southampton.
Yeah.
I think they could
Brentford,
Champions League. They
Norwich.
could. And then they got Sporting. They got Man City. I mean Tottenham. Man United in March.
They've got Everton
April
in
could be.
between.
I think they
No, I
could
think it's
actually lose
over,
some
Joe.
points though. Because I mean, even the last game, it's Aston Villa. Then you got West Ham away. Newcastle will beat Newcastle.
Yeah. Damn,
So
man.
look, I think we can. It's just that obviously from now on we cannot afford to be losing points.
Yeah, we can't afford to be drawing games. Eh? I think there's too many draws. In that, yeah, we can't going forward. And I think Tuchel might need to revisit the whole Lukaku thing. In that bringing him back in the squad. I'm hoping that he doesn't do what Arteta did to Aubameyang, because I think
Yeah.
Aubameyang is done at Arsenal. I think he's this window he's going.
Damn.
No, but I think the thing is, if he brings in Lukaku, Lukaku can only play against the small teams.
Yeah.
The big teams is
But
gonna go missing. Joe.
yeah, but at least, bro, what like
You
at
might
least
as well cash him out. Huh?
he's good at scoring against smaller teams, so use him for smaller teams. I mean, there's more smaller teams than big teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, Joe. Or maybe just
You're
cash out on him
conflicted.
in general.
Yeah, I
Nah,
know.
guy. I
I
mean,
don't.
think
I
about
think
it.
it's
We're drawing against Brighton. Is Brighton a big team now?
No, but
no. You
Brighton are
know,
a
it's
good team, though.
no,
They
no,
are a
no.
good team.
Brighton is a good team, eh? The problem
Yeah.
is, it's just some of those guys that are up front, the likes of Callum, Christian
Mm-hmm.
Pulisic, Kai Havertz, and
Yes.
Werner need to spend. In fact, what's James needs to teach each and every one of them how to shoot.
Yeah, because they don't know how to. That's so true, Mike.
Reese
Because
needs to give them each one an hour
yeah,
after every training session.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
think
That
going
yeah.
forward they're good, but it's just like that. Yo,
It
The
doesn't
just
final.
tends to
yeah, it
shoot.
frustrates.
Yeah.
Mm. Like Callum has got so much potential like if he just had an end product,
Mm-hmm.
more of an end product. Like I mean, against Brighton, you one on one with you literally almost one on one with the keeper. In fact, you got Mason Mount to the side. You could have just continued running and just pulled the trigger.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, one of the it was lack of confidence, and it showed,
Yeah, that's
and it's
true.
costly.
That's true. Yeah.
My view, I don't know. I always think of Timo and Rom. Once they get going, I could see, because Timo makes the runs. He runs in the channel. He's got the speed, and he's got a lot of assists in him. And I think if you've got a striker like Rom, where you just have him in the 18 area, you just have him there. I think we will. Yeah, second, we can get second. We can fight in Champions League. I still have hope. Maybe it's too late, but let's see what the gaffer says. But I've got hope. Timo comes back. Big Rom, he apologizes as soon as possible to everybody concerned, the fans especially. The manager wasn't respectful to the manager and the club. And I think we can still get second and can still fight in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then what did you think about Kovacic's goal, guys?
Hey.
Fun.
But you see,
That
you
was
guys, that's
unexpected.
what
He is
that's
stepping.
your
He's
strength.
stepping back. Like literally, he's on his
Yeah.
tippy toes as he steps back,
Yeah.
and then he hits it.
But you know
I
what?
drop my.
The thing,
Yeah, go for
the
it.
thing
X.
is with me, when you cover such for me, yes, it's a brilliant ball. I rate him. It's just that when it comes to the technical ability, when you compare him to other Croatian guys like your Rakitiches and your Modric's, he does fall a bit short, bro. Yeah, well, that's the area. Like Mike, you said, shoot. You know, if you had that Lampard Stina in
Oh,
him
but
of
maybe he
youth
might have
element,
gotten like. In fact, I didn't
yeah,
expect that to go. I didn't expect him to shoot. He did.
When
Maybe
he
that
when he
might
took
gain
the shot,
confidence for
yeah.
him. He took the shot.
yeah,
It went in. It was like an SEN
hey.
type of goal against Barca. So I
Mhm.
think, like, look, dude. I think I rate Kovacic personally. I think, oh, yeah, dude. I think midfield wise, if it's you, I'll be perfect. You
Yeah,
know, I
Now,
mean, even when
and,
yeah.
and
Galo yesterday,
That's
Kante
your
yesterday
strength.
in 50 when he was playing, Muskon.
Yo, even Kante,
Even one of
dog.
the guys, I think one of the guys on Twitter was like, you know what, when one day when Kante retires, he needs to write a, a book on how to become or how to be a complete midfielder. Joe.
he's got
Yo,
perpetual energy. That guy, he never tires. Like literally, he is everywhere. Like
yeah,
when you look at his heat map,
yeah.
it astounds. Like how can a player cover so much ground? Just on Kovacic, I made the mistake. I had him on my fantasy league, but I have him in the bench. Ten
Anyways,
points.
and you're doing well this week. I saw your squad. Hey,
10 points. They're gone.
yo, but you would have opened a bit of a gap because you would have had the most, guys. Yeah, yeah. In closing, gents, Manchester United tonight. You know, it's an
What
important
about
game
them?
for us. Like, get
Uh,
better,
I,
guys. Let me be
yeah,
honest. At the
yeah.
moment, yeah, things don't look great. But I
No, I
hope,
think this is my view. On
yeah,
Man United. Um, you might have celebrated the new. I wouldn't even say that he's an interim manager because remember
yeah,
he's going to move up in the management side. I think you might have celebrated and you forgot the type of players that you have. Um, it doesn't mean that a brilliant manager, a brilliant tactician would come in a side with average players and he'll turn those average players into like that in a space of what 5 6 games. Um, I honestly, I think Cristiano is unhappy, and X, you're gonna laugh because I think at one point you raised this. You said Mason. Who's the number 10?
Bruno,
No, no,
Bruno's
no.
no, Bruno's on bench today.
Rashford.
So yeah, you raised this point. I don't know if you recall. You said Rashford, Mason, and Cristiano are selfish strikers. They shoot
Mm,
first, pass second, and that's
mm,
exactly the problem with Man United right now, attacking
yeah,
wise. In that everyone that is the front three, they want to shoot first instead of looking for a well placed a player who could either tap it in or. Because if you think about it, even the last game that you won, where
that's Burnley.
with McTominay, he performed. He surprised a lot of people. He surprised me. I remember having
Well,
this conversation where I said he's an average player. The performance that he put in was not your average performance. So I think you've got problems there.
hey, Doctor, our team, bro, like it's balance, bro, more than anything. It's that and even attitude, bro. Like these guys are complaining about training, saying that they don't want to leave the what like in Carrington in the evening, like even then, bro. Because at the end of the day, players need to believe the philosophy at hand. Look at Pep Guardiola's team. Like that's a perfect example of a team where everyone understands the assignment. Even if you're a star player there, you bench at times. Like
I
your
missed
man
the
is
I missed the complaint. Why are they complaining?
yeah, it's because they're complaining about Reinig's training what again methods. They're so not
But
used to being trained,
no, but
and
like
Manje,
his style of play is the players need to be athletic and very aggressive in
you
winning the
s-
ball.
you see how Kante and Kovacic play. That's exactly what our
What he
midfielders are
needs.
meant to play.
Yeah.
That's exactly like I was even telling a boy of mine. That's exactly what Reinig is trying to get out of our midfielders. It's
But
just that,
it's getting annoying where now
yeah,
players want to
mm,
dictate the football where
Philosophy.
the foot yeah
yeah.
in that
Let me just switch on the
now
light.
manage go for it management has chosen a manager going forward, but the players are saying, well, they don't agree with his style of training, which in turn would mean that's his style of play. That's very disrespectful for them to even like utter that, hey, we're not happy with the training method. They get paid to do what the manager wants them to do. If the
Yeah.
manager wants them to run 100 kilometers, they will run those 100 kilometers,
Yeah.
and that's
And
it. They, they,
and
they
the
shouldn't
only guy,
they should negotiate.
and you see, bro, the only guy who I feel like understands the assignment is David De Gea, bro. Because I recall there was a tweet where he tweeted that they are they playing with a lot of intensity, and basically you could tell in his tweet that he's implying that they're actually getting coached properly. And
Yeah. So you
right
ask
now,
them, you ask the
right
players,
now, is
where does the
right now is
intensity come
working
from?
overtime. Like right now, Otahea is working overtime, bro. Like every single game, this guy has to do something for us. And I hate that. That our goalkeeper, dog, every single game, there's some save he's gonna make, like a world in J, something where you're like, huh? How did that not go in? And I don't like that, bro. We get bypassed easily in midfield, and I fear you see if Traore is playing, because I haven't even checked
Nah,
the schedule. Is he not
Traore is
in?
not playing, but you guys are probably looking at the Wolves lineup. You guys are gonna catch it, eh?
Yo, wait,
You
because you
got
guys know we're getting
Jimenez.
bypassed in the
You
midfield,
got
dog.
no. You got Jimenez. You got Trancao. You got Prudence. You got João Moutinho. Ruben
Hey.
Neves. They're playing a 3-5. It's a 3-5-2-3, I think, or three at the back,
Yo, I
four in the
just saw Phil
middle.
Jones. I just saw Phil Jones.
And then, yeah, they got Phil Jones at the back, McTominay and Matic in the middle. I think Pereira is out.
Sancho, Cavani, and
No,
Ronaldo.
Adama is on the bench. So, and then you got
Rafa.
Cavani and Ronaldo up front,
Rafa.
Greenwood and Mason. I think they're playing out wide as cams. And then you got McTominay and Matic in the middle. I think you guys are gonna catch it. Maybe 3-0.
Yo,
Yeah, I think the
three
weak
3-0
nil.
to
thing,
Wolves.
Like the way you say it so confidently, dog. Like we nothing, dog. Like yeah, 3
No,
nil.
but I'm looking at this lineup, Mchichi, and I'm looking at it and I'm like,
Tina, we don't have legs.
you don't have runners yet.
Yeah, we don't have runners, dog. Hey, Tina, we are. You are
Like I
right,
think
man.
your guys' problem is your midfield, so it's weak.
Yeah, it's
nah, I
very
don't
weak.
think the midfield is that weak. I think the Varane and Jones, they've never played
Yeah,
together, unless I'm wrong.
they've
Yeah,
never.
no, I don't think so.
Jones, the last time he played was in 2020, dog. Like not 2020. Yo, it's been a while. Like 2019. Oh, this
Hey
guy
guys,
hasn't played in a minute.
what do you
That's
guys think of
dangerous.
Basuma, Joe?
Eesh.
From
I rate
Brighton?
that boy.
You. When we played them
Yo,
against, I think it was last week sometime, he was busy dominating.
eesh. I've
And
been
he's
Nah,
only like 25, and I'm surprised no one has gone in for him so far, but
yeah.
he's gonna be
He's a
costly.
solid player. I don't think it'll be costly, dude. He's from what I can. Is it Mali? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
No, I'm saying if you try and get him now in the Jan window, he's going to be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
costly. I'm
Yeah, but
looking
but
at
he's
the
like
sorry, gents.
50
I
million for
digress.
him.
sorry.
I'm looking at the Man United bench. Yes. You guys are in crisis defense-wise.
Yeah. It's late, dog.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I know, guys.
But I do see you catching it. I'm with Mike on this. If you win
So,
this, it's going to speak volumes of in depth in your team. If you honestly pull this one.
I know, bro. We'll see. We'll see what the hair has in store for us. If he's on
What did
fire,
I hear
he
you?
might just save us. But anyway, gents, like the game is around the corner, and I wanted to catch it now. So thank you so much for availing yourselves. And yeah, man, hopefully the next fixtures are on the 15th. We'll see how things go. As far as the league is concerned.
I mean, the league. I think the league is gone. Only COVID can save us now.
I know, cool. Gents. See you
Peace
soon,
out,
today.
man.
Take care.
Sure.
Peace.